Well, Max, we've got you've had a lot of great overtakes over the years. Well, Checo, you've done a lot of great overtakes. I've got some overtakes to show you today, my favourites. But
Okay.
What would be your favourite overtake that you've done ever?
That's tough, you know. It's also really hard to remember actually all of them. But yeah, I think in general, just if you look at what I think was the coolest, was probably like just the fight back in Brazil in the wet. You know, getting through that, not traffic, but getting through the cars.
Yeah, in 2016?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, starting off with that one, round the outside with Rosberg. Just
You
talk me
picked a
through
good
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was good.
So what made you pick the outside line there and even risking it on the curb?
Yeah, I mean, it was very, of course, as you can see, it's very wet, right? And I was just trying different lines throughout the whole race. And for me, there was more grip there. And I was a lot of laps really close to Nico at already the laps before, but you can barely see anything. So this was my only opportunity really to try and get him. And yeah, he went on the inside. He had a bit of a wobble here in turn 2 on the exit. And then, yeah, I just went through the... around the outside, as you can see, I mean, it only just worked because I was also oversteering. But yeah, it was a cool move.
Yeah, I mean, you were so young at the time and making everyone on the grid look like amateurs pretty much.
Yeah, I think looking back at it, I probably was a bit more like fearless at the time.
Yeah.
Not really looking at what could happen, right?
Yeah.
Probably now, I mean, I wouldn't probably do or try the same move, but it also depends a little bit on your position in the championship. Like at the time, I had nothing to lose. So.
Yeah.
I just went for it.
And I remember at the start in the formation, like we were testing that line, so obviously you knew that there was
yeah,
gonna be
I mean, that's for me a typical thing to do, to try and find the grip and see, especially if the whole weekend has been dry, then you go into the race and it's wet, and yeah, you try different things.
First off, what was your favorite overtake that you remember?
I don't really remember all of them, but I think one that was really good was probably 2018. It was the final race against Lando, and we were fighting to be able to finish P10, and we had a very bad car that year. We were like, it would be like winning the World Championship if we finished 10th, and it was just the last lap, and it was really difficult to get by Lando, and I think that was a good overtake.
Well, perfect, because we got that overtake right here, 2019. So, if you just want to talk us through it.
Yeah, so here it's the last lap, and I'm preparing as much as possible. I've tried already a few times to go on the inside to do a normal overtake. So this is my last resource. Try to make it as if I'm going on the inside. He shut the door, and then I went all the way on the outside.
Were you worried he was going to close the corner there?
Oh, in all fairness, he was super clean, but very aggressive, you know. But you know, the whole race I was trying to go. He knew that I was going to do that, so I ran out of ideas.
Yeah, no, it was a great overtake. And moving on to Silverstone in 2019, your awesome battle that you had with Charles. Just talk me through how it felt racing someone like Leclerc, who've had a lot more moments with since.
Yeah, it was a good, cool battle. I mean, it was a lot of fighting going on, and yeah, tough to pass. But I think Silverstone is a great track for battling because it's really wide and a lot of long corners, but you can actually drive a bit offline and still have grip. So yeah, it was an aggressive battle, but I think yeah, everyone enjoyed that.
Yeah. Were you
A lot
surprised?
of different corners where we were fighting. So.
Yeah. Were you surprised that these cars were able to race that good, considering how it was earlier in the year?
Yeah, it's tough to follow. Even here, like in some corners, it was really tough to yeah, just position yourself. But yeah.
And do you mind commenting on that? Like, how do you feel with that type of racing?
Bit of wheel banging, going off the track, back onto the track. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was really enjoyable. I mean, it's even more enjoyable if you come out on top, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one we've got is you at China in 2017. We did a double round in the wet.
This race was really difficult with the damp conditions. There was a lot of rain in the track, so every time you were going there was wet patches around. So it was very difficult to control the car.
Did you mean to go wide there?
No, I love the car on the inside because I touched the wet patches. But then everyone is struggling with the warm-up of the tires. And I knew that I had to take advantage of it and try to get them by. It was very important.
Yeah, no, very clean overtakes.
I was young and broken when I met you that night. Should've known you were something that would mess with my mind.